So who else is excited for Endgame? That is going to be an absolutely amazing movie. I hope, I hope, I hope, I hope. And we are all excited for it. So it should be incredible that Marvel is keeping the hype train going with another movie just a month and a half before Endgame. That they are going to stoke the flames to keep us all interested. So then it confuses me slightly when they're deciding to destroy every last bit of hope they have by making it a Captain Marvel movie and then advertising it in the absolute worst ways possible that make me never want to go to a Marvel movie again. I don't know who's in charge of marketing for this film. They need to be fired. They really do. Everything they have done has made this film look worse. With every following trailer, my interest in this movie has gone down exponentially. I didn't think that was possible for a Marvel Studios movie, but here I am. Now, making a movie with Carol Danvers was always going to be a risk because Carol Danvers, for the longest time, she was a very beloved and well-received character. She was originally Marvel Girl, the sidekick to Captain Mar-Vell, the original Captain Marvel, the Kree alien who had basically been adopted to Earth and was a guardian of Earth. Well, in the 80s, they did a uh, very real, very dark story with Captain Mar-Vell, and he died of cancer. It was a really big deal in Marvel because that was one of the realest stories they've ever done. That was right up there with Peter Parker's drug addiction. And it was a big comic book event, and it really hit a lot of comic readers. And people have loved Mar-Vell since, and to my knowledge, they haven't really disrespected Mar-Vell in the comics since then. So years later, the title of Captain Marvel was passed on to his sidekick, Carol Danvers. She went from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel, and that was expected. People were generally fine with that. The problem started when, in around the late 90s, early 2000s, the Captain Marvel writers started to be absolute shit. No one knew how to write for her except for woman power, and every comic that followed was just worse and worse, making her a worse and worse character. Amongst comic geek circles, she is almost untouchable, which is why people were a bit worried when Marvel Studios said that there was going to be a Captain Marvel movie. We were all praying it wasn't going to be the modern Captain Marvel. And then when we first saw screenshots, we were like, oh god, no, it is. We're fucked. And yet, for even as low as our expectations were, we could not have expected that first fucking trailer. I remember watching it, interested to see what was going to happen. Then on the screen, black, nothing. The words, with her, appear. What is this? With a hero. Oh god. Marvel, why did you do this? Why did you fucking use Hillary Clinton's campaign slogan for your fucking Captain Marvel movie? You could not have thought this was a good idea. I don't know why they did this because that instantly drew the oh god, it's Ghostbusters 2016, isn't it? Crowd. The Last Jedi crowd. All of the people that have been saying that there's been this weird trend with doing full-on remakes with just women and saying, well, if you don't watch this, you're a misogynist. Not just that if you don't like it, you're misogynist, but if you don't watch it, if this movie is unsuccessful, that's because misogyny. I didn't think Mar-Vell was stupid enough to try that. Apparently, I was wrong. Because in the time since that first trailer, the media, at least, and I don't know if this is from the stoking of Mar-Vell, but it's absolutely from the stoking of Brie Larson. The media has gone full Ghostbusters 2016 and Last Jedi and Black Panther. If you don't watch this, you're a misogynist. If you say anything bad about this, you're a misogynist. Watch this, you dirty sexist pig, or we're going to call you a misogynist till we're blue in the face. By the way, blue is misogyny. It should be pink in the face. I've seen articles that have said that almost verbatim. I'm not kidding. And yet, because I'm an idiot, I still wanted to see this. Up until last week, what happened was a lot of entertainment media sites were reporting about how Captain Marvel was getting review bombed. Initially, they started reporting on this when the want to see, not reviews, the interest in seeing. Do you want to see this? Yes, no. That's it. That's all it is. It's an interest gauge. So they started reporting that was being review bombed when it was at 70%. Woo laddie, that is some bombing that you can't even get it below 50. So the media was reporting on that, and they're reporting on it as reviews. Why? Because if you just say interest gauge, that won't stir up the anger. But if you call it reviews and then lie and say, well, they can't even be reviews because the movie isn't out yet, so these people are just lying out their ass. No, you're lying out your ass, media. That will stir up anger, which is what they want. They want the rage views. They want the rage clicks, which then cause more people to go to the Rotten Tomatoes page for Captain Marvel to then say that they aren't interested in seeing it, which then caused the media to say that it's continuing to be review bombed, and so the cycle continues. It got as low as, I personally saw, about 34%. I have heard people say the lowest that they've seen was around 26. In which case, wow, that was actually kind of impressive that they got it that low. It was still only about 30,000, 40,000 people in total that had clicked on the yes, no for interest. So it wasn't all that much, but it was enough to get it down pretty darn low. And then Rotten Tomatoes responded in the exact way I knew they would. They removed the interest function entirely. In response to why they did this, they said, well, because people keep mistaking this for reviews. No, you jackasses, it's not people that are mistaking this for the review area. It's the media that are lying and saying it's the reviews. Because either they have to be lying, or they are so fucking thick that they can't read 3 words, want to see, and think want to see means review. So which is it, media? Are you lying or are you stupid? Pick carefully. They've removed that. They've removed being able to even comment on movies that aren't even out yet. They basically removed a bunch of functionality from their site because the media was giving them a shitstorm. And basically because Brie Larson was throwing a hissy fit about it too. This reminds me of back like 2014, 2015, when I think it was Amy Schumer. Don't quote me on this, I might have the wrong person. But I believe it was Amy Schumer. She had a comedy special on Netflix. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It got a lot of 1-star reviews. She complained at Netflix So they completely removed the review functionality entirely. Not just on hers. That'd be the reasonable thing to do. No, the review functionality entirely for the whole fucking site. You can't review anything on there anymore. It's gone. Because one woman complained. And this is the same fucking thing. So now we are in a situation where this movie is both reminding me of Amy Schumer's Netflix complaint, so that an entire fucking site changed around her feelings, and the Ghostbusters 2016, The Last Jedi, the Black Panther thing of if you don't watch this, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a misogynist, whatever. Which makes me go, I have absolutely zero interest in seeing this movie anymore. This would be the first ever Mar-Vell Studios movie that I have said, fuck it, I don't want to watch it. Congratulations, media, you did it. And whoever the marketing executive is in charge of marketing this particular movie, congratulations, you've done the exact polar opposite of your job. I hope you're getting just $1 million salary, because you're worth it. I need to say this slowly so that the media will understand this. Just because we do not like something does not mean it's because woman or because black people. Sometimes we do not like something because it is shit. It is advertised like shit. It is just really, really badly done. The prequel movies of Star Wars, 1, 2, and 3, generally speaking, they have been absolutely despised, with 3 being the closest thing to good. And yet, that was never because woman or because black people. That was because bad movie was bad. That's all there is to it. And that's going to be the case here, I assume. Well, especially now that the media has made such a big fucking deal about it. Now they've basically encouraged people to not like this movie. Because normally, people that don't like something or just meh about it, they just move on. They don't normally give it a second thought. When you make a big deal that you don't like, that other people don't like it, then they go out of their way to make you know that they don't like it. Because they don't like you. I'm expecting this movie to have something like a 95% from the critics and probably a 40, maybe 50 from the fans. This is easily going to be the lowest fan-rated movie from Mar-Vell Studios. It's Rotten Tomatoes. If they don't curate that, which at this point I will not be shocked if they delete almost every negative review on Rotten Tomatoes. But if they don't, this is going to easily be the lowest rated for the fan side Mar-Vell Studios movie ever. But people are going to be, the media in particular, is going to be praising this as the greatest thing for women ever. It's the first time a woman has ever been in the lead of something, etc., etc. We don't talk about Wonder Woman because that spoils the narrative. And then even when it was Wonder Woman, we don't talk about the other movies where women were leads because, they don't count because arbitrary goalpost reasons. Same with Black Panther. There were plenty of black superheroes before Black Panther that were in their own fucking movies, but somehow Black Panther became the first because, we gotta keep that narrative going. Oh, I'm expecting Ant-Man and the Wasp amount of money for Captain Marvel, if it even gets that. People have been saying that because it is so close to Endgame that it's going to do well financially. I'm thinking the exact opposite. I'm thinking because it's so close to Endgame, people aren't even going to go to see this because it's a prequel set in the 90s, like it's an origin story prequel that has absolutely no effect on Endgame. People are just going to wait for Endgame. And because of the horrible, horrible press it's been getting, that's another reason they aren't going to want to see it. If it at least had Black Panther amount of space, about 2.5 months before Avengers, then yeah, I could see it doing well. Not this close and with not this much bad publicity. Don't do this again. Please, Marvel. I've heard rumors that Captain Marvel is supposed to be the beginning of what they shift towards, starting with Phase 4. I hope to hell not. I'm not saying keep all of the characters and actors and all that, because I understand actors want to go on and do different things. I can understand replacing characters with newer characters. That's fine. That's fine. What I'm saying is, do not make Ghostbusters 2016 for every one of your movies going forward. This one was bad enough. I can't take more of this. I just want to see a movie. I don't care about the politics of the movie. When the politics are integrated into a movie, like with Winter Soldier, that was fine because that has the politics of that have ramifications. They aren't saying real world stuff, it's in universe stuff. See the difference here? I don't care about in universe politics. I care about real world politics being told to me through a character that it seems preachy. I go to entertainment because I want to be entertained, not because I need to be told women need more things because they are women and have been mistreated, or whatever message they want to put in the trailer like that. I I just want to watch a movie. I just want to base a movie, if it's good or bad, on its own merits, rather than, oh, there's a woman, I have to rate it higher. I can't even look at Captain Marvel unobjectively anymore because I've already got a really bad taste in my mouth. So it's going to be worse to me than it probably would be to someone that has somehow done a total media blackout and hasn't seen any of this stuff. And that's why I will never review that, because I know that I can't be completely objective with this. I'm going to have my own personal opinions of the media thrown in, and that's not fair. See, that's called ethics. Just don't do this again, Marvel. Please. I don't want to find a reason to stop watching your movies. I really have enjoyed the 10 years of Marvel that I've had so far. Don't ruin it now, please. This has been Math Machine joining in on the hate wagon and going against Captain Marvel because that's the it thing to do right now. I'm not even joking. You can probably Google this and find 100,000 videos talking about the same things I'm talking about because, oh, I am so unique and creative. Peace out.